I think it's just a mindset and a different way of thinking than the traditional problem solving. So usually in school you're given a problem and then you just have to solve it like through a one-step answer, but design thinking is more of learning about the process and learning kind of innovative ways to solve complex problems.
When we started, I was a little worried that the students wouldn't be that receptive of it, and that maybe they'd like not want to get as involved as they did, but I was actually really pleasantly surprised with how energized and how active they got after that first day. I was a little worried because the first day was there was a lot of us just talking at them, but on the second day when they were getting up and going around, I was blown away. It really exceeded my expectations.
There's like a 5-step design thinking process, so we kind of start out with empathy, which is you go around and interview people, which is really cool because a lot of the students got to interview teachers and they gave really good feedback.
It's a different way of sort of working with a group dynamic, because sometimes when you work with groups you sort of can feel like you're stifled, but with design thinking it's really, you get all your ideas out in the group, and the groups really, I think, somehow manage to stay really together and connected. So design thinking, it's a unique and it's a wonderful way of approaching problems, I think, and I would love if we could apply it more than we usually do.
Several times throughout the process, you're forced to move more quickly than is comfortable, to come up with ideas very fast.
One thing that's been surprising related to that bias towards action is how comfortable the students are in doing that. Yeah. We work a lot with adults and have the great privilege of doing that, and oftentimes in our adult world we struggle with that more, and the students are ready to just not be perfect and act and do something.
And I think we both expected that we would have to jump in quite a bit more and sort of carry more of the teaching load, and that really has not been the case at all. They have remembered the process, built on the process, and been able to facilitate pretty much the whole thing, which has been pretty impressive. 3 things that make it different from other kinds of problem-solving techniques. There's a bias toward action. So several times throughout the process, you're forced to move more quickly than is comfortable, to come up with ideas very fast.
I think far too often we don't give students the power to really define a problem and solve it for themselves.